Hey guys, I am excited to give you a tour of this 6-bedroom, 5.5 bathroom luxury property in the historic North Hill Preservation District of Pensacola, Florida today. Basically, this is a mini mansion. It is just shy of 7,000 square feet. And yet, I have to be honest, if you pay attention to the seller's current aesthetic, their furniture, the rugs, the chandeliers, you are probably going to miss this property because their aesthetic is personal to them. It's highly specific. And yet, the comprehensive list of features is this long. I'm excited to show it to you. Come on in. So, the simplest way to understand this property is this: historic character, modern infrastructure, resort-style living. This home sits in Pensacola's North Hill Preservation District, one of the city's most architecturally significant residential neighborhoods. And North Hill luxury real estate is different because buyers are not just purchasing square footage. They are purchasing architecture, location, privacy, and lifestyle. And I want to start with something honest. This home is highly specific. It is memorable. And yes, some of you are going to notice that the current seller's aesthetic is very personal and very specific to their taste. But that is not what I mean when I say this home is specific. What makes this property truly specific is the combination of scale, of infrastructure, storm resiliency, entertaining capacity, and architectural character that would almost be impossible to replicate in Pensacola at $1.75 million. So as we walk through today, don't get distracted by furniture, by paint colors, rugs, or decor. If you are the buyer for this home, you have the financial resources to make the interior exactly what you want it to be. Instead, I want you to look at the things that sophisticated buyers should be evaluating: the size, the floor plan, the guest accommodations, the mechanical systems, the security, the storm resiliency, the outdoor living, the entertainment infrastructure. And the fact that this is nearly 6,900 square feet of single level living in historic North Hill. That is what makes this property rare. Come on in. So as you enter the home, you immediately get a sense of scale and drama. And this property was originally built in 1957, and one of the things that I appreciate is that it still retains so many of its original architectural elements. You'll notice the oversized front doors, the original hardware, the crystal chandelier, tray ceiling details, marble floors, and long sight lines into the home. This is not a generic new construction home. This is a preserved mid-century estate that has been thoughtfully improved over time, and that distinction matters because in a historic home like this, the goal should not be to erase the character. The goal should be to preserve what makes the home special while improving the systems that matter for modern ownership. As we move into the main living spaces, this is where you really start to understand the scale of this property. This home offers approximately 6,900 square feet of heated and cooled space on one level. That is extremely difficult to find. You have expansive rooms, original built-ins, carved Italian columns, plantation shutters, strong natural light, and multiple areas designed for entertaining. Again, the furniture and decor are specific to the current owners, and that's okay. What I want buyers to pay attention to is the architecture, the volume, the room sizes, the flow, and the flexibility. Having represented distinctive and luxury homes throughout the Pensacola market, I can tell you that this is not the kind of property you evaluate only by price per square foot. So here in the dining room, you see more of that preserved character. You have the original crystal chandelier, tray ceiling, original swinging door into the kitchen, and a formal dining space that still feels connected to the rest of the home. This is one of those things that makes older estate properties special. They were designed with formality, entertaining, and hosting in mind. And for a buyer who hosts holiday dinners, nonprofit events, business gatherings, or extended family, these spaces matter. And again, this is part of why the home is so difficult to compare to recent construction. A new luxury home may have modern finishes, but it usually does not have this kind of architectural story, this kind of scale, and the kind of original character in the middle of one of Pensacola's most established historic neighborhoods. Now let's talk about one of the biggest functional stories of the home, the kitchen and service areas. The main kitchen includes a Thermador 48-inch dual fuel range, Fisher & Paykel refrigerators, and double drawer dishwasher, built-in coffee system, stainless prep island, multiple sinks, a baking station with a marble slab, wine storage, and extensive original cabinetry. But what really separates this home is that the kitchen is not working alone. You also have a butler's pantry and overflow service area with original glass front cabinetry, wine cooler, ice maker, dishwasher, trash compactors, deep sink, lined silverware drawers, and event prep functionality. So for the buyer who entertains, hires caterers, hosts large gatherings, or simply wants the house to function at a high level, this setup is incredibly valuable. This is not just a pretty kitchen, this is real entertaining infrastructure, and that is a theme throughout the property. This home was not simply designed to be looked at, it was designed to function at scale. So as we move into the breakfast area and atrium, the home starts to shift from formal entertaining into everyday living. You have natural light, original cabinetry, skylights, and a connection to the outdoors that gives this home a very different feel from room to room. The atrium and water feature are part of what makes the home memorable. This is where I would encourage buyers to look past individual design choices and focus on the bones of the property. So the primary suite continues the theme of scale and privacy. You have a seating area, a large bedroom, custom closets, dressing area, built-in storage, skylight, marble bathroom, walk-in shower, whirlpool tub, dual sinks, private water closet, and extensive storage. For a home originally built in 1957, the amount of closet space and storage is honestly one of the most surprising features. Throughout the home, the sellers have invested heavily in custom closet systems and organizational storage. That may not be the first thing people talk about in a luxury home, but anyone who has lived in a large property knows storage matters. Especially in an estate-sized residence, good storage changes how the home lives day to day. And that is another example of how this property combines historic character with modern functionality. Now, one of the most important features of this property is the private guest suite or mother-in-law accommodation. This area has its own courtyard entry, sitting room, kitchen, private bath, custom closets, and dedicated living space. That creates tremendous flexibility. It can serve visiting family, long-term guest, multi-generational living, live-in support, or simply give guests a level of privacy they rarely get inside a traditional home. Now we have the dedicated theater room. This space includes seating for 8, reclining theater chairs, projector, motorized screen, surround sound, beverage refrigerator, dry bar area, copper ceiling tiles, and custom storage. This is a great example of the difference between square footage and functional square footage. So here in the fitness area, you have a dedicated gym space and an infrared sauna that was installed around 2022. And for many luxury buyers today, wellness and longevity matters. Having a private fitness area inside the home paired with a sauna and nearby bathroom access add another layer of functionality. It also supports the lifestyle story of the property. This is an estate designed not only for entertaining, but for daily living, privacy, and convenience. So now we're outside, and this is one of the strongest value stories of the entire property. You have a resort-style saltwater pool, fountain features, coolcrete surface treatment, outdoor shower, a substantial privacy wall, and a large outdoor entertaining environment. The outdoor kitchen includes Lynx appliances, gas grill, hibachi cooking station, warming drawer, sinks, refrigeration, wine cooler, trash compactor, cabinetry, and an outdoor television. You also have an Equinox motorized pergola, multiple gathering areas, 3 big-ass fans, yes, that's a real brand name, smart outdoor lighting, landscape lighting, security lighting, and a fire pit area and a restored outdoor fireplace. You don't fully capture this backyard in a square foot number. This is a resort environment. This is where the property shifts from impressive to truly rare. And for the buyer who entertains, hosts, or wants a private resort-style setting near downtown Pensacola, this outdoor environment is one of the defining features of the estate. Now, I want to pause on something that is especially important for luxury buyers in Pensacola, especially those relocating from outside of the Gulf Coast. In this market, buyers should not only be asking, is this home beautiful? They should be asking, how does it handle hurricanes? How does it handle heavy rain? How does it handle heat? How does it handle drainage? What happens if the power goes out? What major systems have been updated? And this property has a premium Tilcor stone-coated metal roof installed around 2022. It has a hurricane-rated impact skylights. It has UV protected window tinting. It has a commercial-grade whole house Generac generator with its own dedicated shelter and custom enclosure. It has a complete plumbing replacement, electrical modernization, whole house water filtration, UV water purification, updated communications wiring, and a commercial grade Rinnai tankless hot water system. And one of the biggest infrastructure features is the drainage. The property includes commercial scale stormwater improvements, 2 stormwater pumping stations, upgraded downspouts, hardscape and pool area drainage improvements, and a high capacity stormwater system capable of moving more than 500 gallons per minute during significant rainfall events. This is not flashy, but it is incredibly important. Luxury is not just chandeliers and countertops. Luxury is confidence and preparation. Luxury is knowing that the property has been thoughtfully improved for the realities of Gulf Coast ownership. So here's the bottom line, folks. If you walk through 1415 North Barcelona only looking at someone else's furniture, you're gonna miss this property. The furniture can change, the paint colors can change, the aesthetic can change, but you cannot easily recreate nearly 6,900 square feet of single level living with 6 bedrooms and 5.5 bathrooms in historic North Hill. And for the right buyer, someone who understands scale and privacy, infrastructure, lifestyle, and long-term value, this is one of the most distinctive estate opportunities currently available in Pensacola. And if you'd like the comprehensive list of features, or you would like to schedule a private showing, reach out to me directly.